Top AM, 7:20 in the morning. Sunday football. It is Mr. CUT and I am in the building. Now, I ain't been here in a while. I know. Got other things going on. Employment issues I had still going through. We're going to get into all of that. I got some stuff on the list there. Let's just go down the list real quick on my bulletin here. This is Cutthroat Radio podcast, updates, announcements, current events, trending topics, so on and so forth. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so now. Cutthroat Radio podcast /807. It'll take you straight to the YouTube channel. You can get online for free. Or if you got Wi-Fi, whatever you got, you know what I'm saying? You go on YouTube and you look me up, Cutthroat Radio Podcast. You'll get all the latest and greatest up there. You can actually add me here, and you can subscribe here. You could give me stars and donations and things of that nature. If you support the channel, please do so. Please do so. All of that support is needed. Basically, going down the line real quick before I go down the line. Y'all know I always got to play the jingle. Let's go. CUTTHOAT. It's the Cutthroat Radio Podcast. CUTTHOAT. Talking Cutthroat Radio Podcast. CUTTHOAT. It's the Cutthroat Radio Podcast. CUTTHOAT. I'm talking Cutthroat Radio Podcast. Early morning. I know, I haven't shown my face. It's a lot that I'm going through. I am going through a legal situation with a past employer, and we're going to talk about it. We'll talk about it here. But we're going to talk briefly. I really can't go into details. I cannot give up too much information on that lawsuit due to the fact that I'm still currently fighting the lawsuit. And so I can't disclose all that information. And I, really... because of the financial hardship and the defamation of character and all of that stuff, I really didn't want to get on here and really. Oh, hold on. Let me. Hold on, y'all. Damn. Goddamn wrist. My wrist been bothering me. Luckily, I'm at the house. My wrist been bothering me, and so let me put on my wrist thing here. Was my wrist been really fucking with me, and it's been bothering me a lot to do all of this. And so, anyway, that's a medical condition that I'm dealing with right now. Luckily, I got my brace. Just put my brace on so I don't have to strain and twist and turn and bend my wrist here. And so I've been going through some stuff legally. And I didn't. Good morning, Christy. I didn't really top of the AM to you. I didn't want to really thank you for the star too, love. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the love and all of that good stuff. And so. It's been a roller coaster from transitioning from the Sutter Club going into the Heritage Oak Hospital. I was wrongfully terminated there at the Sutter Club. Defamation of character, loss of wages, financial hardship, and a lot more going into all of that. I'll get into that later on as I get into the bulletin updates and announcements. Cutthroat Radio Podcast. Let's go. Free J Diggs. Free J Diggs. God Almighty. Free J Diggs. That's my cousin. I got to put that out there. I want to give that energy. Somehow, some way, I just want to keep saying Free J Diggs. Now, I know sentencing is not until December 18th. He did lose the trial. He was found guilty on all counts. It was 3 counts of 4 years, and there was another count of 6 years. That equals to 18. I don't know where all this other information is coming from, but we're going to get into all of that here in just a minute. Number 2, the Diddy's doc series, Reckoning, or I call it the Diddler, Reckoning. We're going to talk about it here on Cutthroat Radio Podcast. I said something about it the other day. Yes, Free J Diggs. I said something about it the other day. I was kind of playing around, but we're going to get a little bit more in depth because I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to run off. I don't have to shoot off anywhere. I don't have to go to work today. Thank you, Jesus. I don't have to go to work today. Now, mind you, I work 2 jobs still with a fucked up wrist. The Diddler doc, we're going to talk about it. Number 3, oh man, I got this news from my cousin Yo-Yo actually a couple of days ago. That we lost another relative in our family. It is so painful. I mean, life really know how to do it, and I'm a get into more detail with that. but for the most part, we just gonna send cousin Shantae off the right way, you know, and we're gonna pay our respects. We're gonna have a moment of silence here on the show, and so on and so forth. Let me get through the bulletins. Crescent peace, cousin, and I love you. I went to go see her in the hospital. She wasn't doing too well there. I didn't take a picture of her. I don't like to remember my family in fucked up situations, so I didn't want to take a picture of that. I took a picture of her name, and I shrunk that down just to her name because I didn't want all her medical information up there. Thank you for the condolences. Appreciate that, Christy. And so that's that. Crescent peace to my cousin Shantae. Number 4, YNs, which is young niggas versus old heads, which is us old heads, the 40 and up club. When I say old heads, I mean 40 and up. I'm not talking 30 and down or 39 and down. I'm talking about 40. Okay, 38 and up. If you're 38 and up, I'm talking old head. We talking old head, sorta. You know, but young niggas, YNs versus old heads. OH. We're gonna talk about that. That's number 4. The reason why I want to talk about it because there's been some recklessness going on all over social media with the young niggas. The young niggas are stupid. Now I know these young niggas is gonna say old heads were stupid before them. True enough. But it was some code and some ethic and some type of loyalty and trust amongst the clouds in the streets and things like that. We'll talk about it here. Cutthroat Radio Podcast. We're going to talk about it. Number 5, like I was talking about just a minute ago, I got a personal lawsuit going on, and it's not really too much I can talk about, you know what I mean? Because I'm going through the lawsuit right now, and that's kind of why I've been in a clamshell and not really on my show or not really interviewing or doing anything to the entertainment side of my life because of the fact that I'm going through this lawsuit. You know, bills is piling up, stocking up and shit, and I'm borrowing money here, borrowing money there. I'm asking motherfuckers to help me do this, help me do that, due to the fact that because of this stupid ass situation. And when I say stupid, is because I thought by giving them 2 weeks, right? Doing the 2-week thing and saying, here go, I got to put in my 2 weeks notice. But in the midst of my 2 weeks, I tried to do my sick leave and do all my stuff for the Heritage Oak Hospital, transitioning over. Well, a lot of that shit was, and I was targeted, you know, and I'm gonna get into a little bit more detail with the Sutter Club and how they pushed me and forced me out and wrongfully terminated me and made me go through this financial hardship and made me go through this defamation of character, loss of wages, etc., etc., etc. We gonna talk about all of that here. Now I know a lot of people like, damn, we didn't even know you was going through any of that shit. Of course, because I know how to, you know, you never see me sweat. I don't show it, you know, and then I got family members that I could call and depend on that will back me up behind the scenes if I really truly needed them. Rainy day type of thing. Now I know I owe them. I owe some money to my auntie. I owe some money to my uncle, and I owe some money to my cousin. And all of that money will be paid back. Don't worry, I got that. I'm working. That's why I'm working night and day, 7 days a week. Well, not today, but 7 days a week, night and day, to pay my bills, stay on top of my bills, and pay the loans back that I borrowed. That's what type of time I'm on. And hopefully this lawsuit go through, I win, they grant me a big whopper, and I can move on in life. That's what I'm hoping. But for now, I got to do what I got. Now, I'm not going to borrow money from folks, lie to them, and then cheat them like old boy was doing. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't know, again, the situation. And I don't know why he was doing anything like that. So I'm not trying to shame him, downplay him, or downfall. Nothing like that. I'm just saying I won't be in that same situation. I will not do my folks like that, especially how they looked out for me when the time was needed. That's personal lawsuit information. We're gonna get into all that. Number 6, football Sunday. Yay, it's football Sunday. And guess what? Gang is in Dubai. We are on Dubai. We went to our Dubai on a W. Dub City. That's what we did. I can yell at my house. It's only me here. I got my water. I got my smoke. I'm getting ready to go. Football Sunday, yes. Now we're gonna get into the details. I'm gonna keep going. Number 7, again, this is all me. Number 7, I just want to break you guys into some what's going on at the Heritage Oak Hospital. I can't get into full detail over there. It's very private and discreet. I can't really go into detail about the patients or anything that we do over there, but I can just tell you that I am very, very happy being there. I found a career with this culinary stuff, and then now that I'm in the medical field with the culinary stuff, oh man, it's humbling to see the patients. It's humbling to see patients in their actual state, physically going through what they're going through, whether it be a mental or physical, or whatever the case may be. It is very humbling, and I'm there to help them as much as I can. Now, again, I come from an environment where we stepped over homelessness, or we've seen mental illness and reacted differently, or we were the patients ourselves and just didn't know it. You see what I'm saying? So I come from the mental illness. I seen it. I was a part of it. My brother is one of them, JD. I'm not gonna get into full detail, but JD. And I had to come to the conclusion that he is going through some mental illness. Anyway, that's the Heritage Oak Hospital. We're gonna talk more about it. Snakes in the grass. I cut my grass. I think 5 years ago, I cut my grass and all the snakes slithered and withered out. Now, here's the thing. They always find a way to come back. You got snakes everywhere in every shape, form, or fashion. You got skinny, small, tall, long, short, ugly, cute, pretty, smell good, don't smell good, all of the above. You got the breeders, you got the unbreeders, you got every type of snake there is out there. You got to watch them from a high, you got to watch them from a low. You got snakes in the YNs, you got snakes in the old heads. You don't know where the snakes is coming from. It's like they birth themselves over and over again. It's so many snakes, you got to cut them snakes out, and then you got to cut them snakes out. There's so many snakes out there in the grass. You don't even need grass no more. Just put concrete down. Just cut all the grass, get all the dirt out, and lay slabs of concrete down so you don't even got to worry about seeing this thing. They just going to slither right by. Ain't no grass, they going to slither right by, yo. You see what I'm saying? Snakes. We're going to talk about that. Number 9, Dash and Snoop. They going through it. Dash had issued out some type of couple of vlogs, if you will, for lack of a better term, talking about how Snoop is trying to do a Suge Knight move on Death Row and get, keep this, that, and the third. But Dash was smart. He got his royalties, he got his publishing, and some more shit. So Dash was a smart one out of all of them doing what he do. And he talked about it. We're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna express how I feel about the situation. Now, Snoop sent out a goddamn thing talking about he gonna, legally go after the lawsuit, this, that, and the third. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, but we'll see. To everybody that's clicking in right now, that's coming to the show, if I tagged you, thank you for tuning in. If I didn't tag you and you clicked in, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you want to, stars, share stars for me, put stars out there for me. If you want to, any type of support as far as going to my channel, becoming a subscriber, leave a comment, share it, tell a friend, all of the above. I appreciate it. This is Cutthroat Radio Podcast, updates, announcements, current events, trending topics. Last but not least on the list, and I had said this on my Facebook page because the shit was funny when I seen Hurricane Chris and I seen goddamn Sexy Red. I said, that's who the bitch look like. Sexy Red is fucking Hurricane Chris. Now, she's not fucking Hurricane Chris. She looked like Hurricane Chris. I mean, spot on. Go find a picture of Sexy Red right now today. That was around Drake on the tennis court playing tennis. I don't even think they were playing. I think that was just all promo. Grand day. Thank you, thank you, Terry. See you. I see you. Everybody that's on the page. Hello. Yeah, Sexy Red. This is number 10. Sexy Red looks like Hurricane Chris. If you haven't seen that, go look at that. Auntie Glenda, glad you're here. Good morning to you. Top of the AM. Let's go back down. Let's go back to my wrist. Don't worry, my wrist. Let's go. Here, we're going to go straight to the top. Free J Diggs is a promo that I've been doing. I did a Free J Diggs the other day when I was doing some other stuff on another thing. And the reason why I say Free J Diggs, because I think he was targeted, or he was excessively charged with the possession of marijuana with intent to sell, or whatever they trying to say, the taxi. I got actually, it's actually really like finesse 2 times. Joy, what's up with you? At the top of the morning to you too. Cousin is being railroaded. I think Cousin is being railroaded because it's a black figure. He is a person that has been involved with law enforcement and criminal activity. I gotta just it's a disclosure. Let me say this. I'm not trying to paint a picture of him being a career criminal. No. Who is Hurricane Chris? He a rapper, cuz we gonna get into Hurricane Chris and all of that. Let me we on number one. Let's go to number one, let's go to the top. J Diggs being railroaded. Now I feel like as soon as a lot of the people from the under has came out of the shadows on J Diggs to slander his name, to railroad his name, to kick him while he is down. A lot of them are old bitches that he used to fuck with. A lot of them are people that he did business with, and they felt that he did shady business with them and stuff like that. Allegedly shady business, and allegedly ran off on stuff like this and that and the third. This is all in the comments. This is all on social media, so I can say all of this. What I do know is my cousin is nothing like that. My cousin, let me talk about my cousin with me. My cousin took me out of the dirt. And when I say took me out of the dirt, I was still pushing pebbles in the midnight hours in the Crest Side, but when the time Furrow and them came out of the feds. When Furrow and Lil Daddy and Hurt came out the feds after doing the conspiracy to commit armed bank robbery, Dre come home first, Kilo second, boom, Diggs, and then everybody else from the rock was coming home as well. But when Hurt came home to me pushing pebbles in the late night hours in the Crest. I was, doing what I was doing, trying to make a dollar, turn $1 out of 15 to, make $1 out of 15 cents. So, one day Hurt picks me up. He's shucking and jiving, trying to get the music thing going. At the same time, still doing what he do to make $1 as well. And he needed a couple of dollars to get a room. I was able to, bust a move for him, shoot him a couple of dollars, and sleep at the room. So, and at that time I was a street dweller. I'm on the streets. I'm looking for the next thing to come up on. So Hurt was able to take me under his wing. At that point, it was Castro Valley, it was Richmond, it was Pinole, it was Fairfield, it was all these. I start riding with Cuz, and mind you, this is Cuz before I was riding with him, but he chose me out of everybody he could have chose and been around or fuck with or whatever. It was me. And so when he made the decision to, bring me under his wing and shape and mold me to the person that I'm today, and I thank you for that, Diggs. He just started telling me giving me the game, lacing my boots, and he's been unconditional, up until I decided to break off and become Shab Rob on my own and all of that other stuff. That's a whole nother story. But up until that point, Hurt looked out for me, clothes, food, travel, car expense, whatever you name it, the smoke, weed, whatever. It was never, ever, ever a situation. So as far as this type of mentality coming from, oh, he ran off with this, or he did me wrong, and he beat me up, and he did this thing. I got into arguments because over bread, money. Nigga, we never came into blows. Me and Hurt gonna argue, and Hurt can do I don't want to do the thing, but Hurt can do the man, what the fuck, Rob? What is that? Here, get to going, right? We all got like a Kilo, J Diggs, and a Mac Dre type of energy when we get a certain way. Same thing with Suge. I can say this about Doobie too. A nigga get to, man, what is that? That ain't it. No, hell no. Rob, and you can tell when a nigga mad at me, Shab is out the window. These niggas, Rob, little nigga, what is you doing, Rob? Rob, that ain't smart, Rob. Then robbed me to death. Well, anyway, Hurt was obtained by the OKC in Rogers County. He was traveling with X amount of pounds of marijuana, THC, weed. And they got him, pulled him over, took him to jail. He rapped in the back seat. This is all over the internet. He rapped in the back seat, blah, blah, blah. And so he, 5 years later, going to court and, he doing his thing all in front of the court building and all of that. And I feel as if he was, to me, it was a real low thing of kind of taunting them. And I think he should have stayed away from that type of energy of taunting them and doing all of that. Now, of course, again, he's still waiting to be sentenced and all of that good stuff. But J Diggs is not a bad person. He's not a bad dude. He's not a bad man. He's not out here trying to, destroy his legacy or his family's heritage and their name or anything like that. I think that, you know, he got a bad break with this system over here in OKC, and they just railroaded him. You know, he transporting whatever he transporting, he got his, and y'all didn't, he didn't pay taxes on it and all that good stuff. Okay, well, penalize him for that. It just seemed like they're trying to career criminalize him because of his past. And I got like Three Finger Whack would say, we're gonna talk about Three Finger Whack, like Three Finger Whack would say, I got that work. Now, when I got to work from a credible source. I'm not gonna give his name, I don't want to disclose, but I got to work from a credible source, double R. I could say that part. He is Romper Room. I got that from the Romper Room, and then once I got that from the Romper Room, I was like, okay, yeah, this is. And so what the judge is telling the jury to do is to look at his past convictions. Meaning he walked off too in High Desert with the alleged killers of Fat Tone, the Matt Dre thing. He just walked that off in High Desert. I was in Vegas County when he got shipped off to High Desert. I just walked through the doors. I was in there for domestic. I got all of this on me, you know, this, the crest, so the people in there see, oh, your cousin was just, Jay Diz was just in here. Oh, cuz was it? So they giving me this, they helping me out. I got nothing but love. On the strength, and this is, I gotta say this right here, right now. On the strength of the crest and that penitentiary system, county jail, penitentiary, juvenile hall, whatever, we got so much motherfucking love. It is like we kingpins and kings in the system. I swear to God. I walk through the thing, they see all the thing, Herc went to the thing. Oh, you Diz. Oh, the Cuddy. It's the Cuddy. They don't even know me to be a Cuddy. I could have just been a fan with all this shit tatted on me. Now I'm a Cuddy. Anyway, Diz go to High Desert. I'm in there. I hear all of the blah, 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 blah. And then that's the conviction, right? I'm trying to just put the paint the picture of his convictions. And then, you know, he got into a lot of trouble in Hawaii. He caught the case in Hawaii about that, you know, that type of stuff. Something that happened in Seattle. Something up there. Just, you know, his long rap sheet, right? And they try to pay, and then you got the bank rob thing, the conspiracy to commit armed bank robbery back in the day, 92, convicted, sent off 10 years federal. He got all of this on him. But you got to remember, weed is legal. It's legal in that state, and you know, I don't really know the backstory of how you got to get yourself legalized in that state, but you know, I think that's just what they mad at, the fact that he didn't give a fuck. He just rolled through. He was, you know, Jay Diggs in it. He was acting like, you know, his shit didn't stink, all of that good stuff. And again, I'm not trying to put too much on that, but I'm just saying, like, you know, that's when you move like that, things can happen in a negative way. And we, again, just sit and praying. I'm not wishing that the Cuddy go do no time, but from my understanding, if they knock all the 4 years out, the 3 counts of 4 years, 3, 6, I mean 4, 8, 4, 8, 12. If they knock them out, I can't even count. If they knock them out, he's just gonna do 6. He'll be home in 6 years. But for sure, because he lost the trial, for sure, Herc going to Pizza. He going to the Pizza. I mean, you can appeal it. You're gonna do the appeal thing and try to, you know, fight it that way through the appellate courts, or whatever the case may be. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna do that and go that route. But as far as right now is concerned, you're going to prison. Cuz going to prison. And that's just, you know, he could Herc. Some of the stuff that we talked about personally, I can't really disclose because it's confidentiality that comes into play there. But some of the stuff I said to him, I said, cuz you don't need to be doing this stuff no more. You're 9,000 years old. Now that's a joke right there when I say 9,000. That's just me playing. That's my cousin. I could have a joke or two and have a laugh. But you get what I'm saying. You too old for this. Not saying you too old to get money or chase the bag. No, but you got to figure out a different way. You can't move like that no more, is what I'm trying to say. See, I used to push pebbles in the midnight hours of the crest. Now I'm sitting behind a desk giving y'all this information. You can't move like that no more. And yeah, I do get paid for this. Nickels to a penny, but I still get paid. $30 here, $40 here. They treat me like I'm buying blow on the internet. Like I'm coming to get a 50 pop or a 30 pop. Every now and again, they give me a couple of dollars off this Facebook shit. It ain't like rotating. I see Sugarty out there winning. I see my cousin Trish out there winning because their content is consistent. The thing about content, you got to be consistent in order to get the check, the bag. I got too much going on in my life. I got to go cook for 2 different fucking restaurants. I can't sit in front of this motherfucker like I want to or like I really should. You see what I'm saying? But you get the idea. Anyway, December 18th is the sentencing. They kind of doing Jay Diggs like Puff Daddy and R. Kelly. And the reason why I say that, let me give you this. The reason why I say that is because, again, as soon as Jay Diggs catch a bad break and they lock him up, they detained him. They when he went to trial, they detained him right after they didn't even let him. You know what I'm saying? So they remanded him right after the court date. And so as soon as that happened, you see people all over the internet. Oh, I'm glad he's gone. I'm talking about the negativity. I'm glad he's gone. He beat me up. He traumatized me. I've been waiting for 6 years. Y'all know who I'm talking about when I say the 6 years part. I've been waiting for 6 years. I've been busy. And then people all in the comments. He ran off with the plug. Yeah, my nigga gave that nigga a stash or two. He got a scholarship, a couple of scholarships, and just ran off with the scholarship. You dig what I'm saying? Like, nigga. Man, listen. He gets sentenced on the 18th. If Jay Diggs walk out of this on the bright side, you niggas gonna wish y'all wouldn't have said all of that on the internet, because I can guarantee this without even talking to my cousin. He coming for you. Whether it be a comment / back or he gonna pull up to where you at. That nigga Hurt will travel and he will get on a plane and go to Jamaica. Yes, he will. That nigga, hey, Hurt, do it moving. Before he was doing it moving, we was saying doing it moving because we was really doing it moving. He made it a fucking saying, and way before he made it a saying. We've been saying doing it moving, but you know, Hurt, he grabbed it and took it and did what he did. Anyway, transitioning on from that, free Jay Diggs. Transitioning on from that, we're going to talk about the Diddler. Now, I'm going to light my ooh-wop, the blam on Ellison Powell. And we're going to talk about the Diddler. The doc series was an eye-opener. I enjoyed watching the Diddler. It was a doc series that some of that shit I didn't know. Like the days before his arrest and all of that other shit. I wonder why 50 Cent didn't throw in the French Montana birthday thing when Diddy was talking about happy birthday to you, and he was pointing. Both them niggas was in towels, like they just got out the shower, and they was glossy. Bodies was glossy. I said to myself, see, this that bullshit, and I'm wondering why 50 Cent didn't use that clip. Diddler doc series. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about. When it first start off in each segment, they always show the fine print of what he got charged with, what he was convicted of, and then they move on. Salty Chef, what's up with it? I see you, Cuddy. Some of the weed got in my mouth. You know how you smoke the weed and the weed get right there. The Diddler doc series. I believe he did the shit. Now, here's the reason why I believe he did the shit. Because he did so much shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say to me. I think he had a hand in the Tupac murder. I don't care if he actually did it himself. He had a hand in it or he know about it. I believe that now, truly in my heart. I don't give a fuck about the Orlando Anderson shit. I don't give a fuck about Greg Kading. I don't give a fuck about Reggie White. I don't give a fuck about Suge Knight. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I believe Pac and that Crip that was on there has something to do with that. Diddy is not a nasty man. I'm a nasty man. Diddy is no. Diddy is terrible. He works it in the group something terrible. Shout out to Sauce, Chuck, Stupid, and all the rest of the something terrible camp. That nigga is something terrible. And I ain't talking about the rap group. He awful. That nigga is he's the devil on earth. They out there talking about why y'all tearing another black man down. You same motherfuckers that's talking about why y'all tearing a black man down. When they was on the internet tearing me down, nobody came to my defense. But y'all gonna go to Diddy defense? You gonna sit there and go to Diddy defense? You don't got no other allegations of me. You got a motherfucker trying to tear me down on just trying to sig on me, not real allegations. You got real allegations on Diddy. And y'all motherfuckers, you know who I'm talking to. I ain't saying no names because y'all punk and I don't promote garbage. But what I can say is this. You motherfuckers is some bullshitters. Same motherfuckers that's out there saying, 50 Cent tearing down another black man. Y'all was the same motherfuckers laughing and joking and tearing me down when they was doing that shit to me on the internet. And none of that shit was true. He definitely has something to do with Pac demise. Absolutely. Now let's jump over to Biggie Smalls. Go back. Kim Porter. I believe he has something to do with Kim Porter, Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Craig Mack. Craig Mack was gonna kill the nigga. Craig Mack, it's in the interview. Go on there. Go on there. Craig Mack went into a cult, a church cult. I actually watched this shit. I said to myself, what really happened to Craig before he died? Like, what he do? So I went back and I watched. I said, damn, this motherfucker was in a chair talking about how he had a cane, talking about how he was driving his sister's car and was finna go pull up on Puff and them with the gun and blah, blah, blah. He had went and got his gunman and everything. And they seen his gunman and they backed up off of Craig Mack because they was finna get at Craig Mack when they was finna meet at the studio and all the shit. This is all in public record on the internet. I'm not saying nothing or making this shit up. So you can go see this shit for yourself. This is just coming here on my platform and I'm talking about it. The Diddler is dirty. Kim Porter, I believe he has something in his hands in that. I believe he tried to kill Al B. Sure. I believe he got rid of Total. I believe he got rid of 112. I believe he got rid of, and I believe he fucked Andre Harrell. Remember in the doc series when the nigga Andre Harrell was saying he bought the house, mysteriously Puff Daddy got into an argument with his mama and moved in Andre Harrell's house before Andre Harrell, when Puff was really trying to get in the game. Now, I give credit to where credit is due. Puff made a name for himself. He got in the game, but he became a Clive Davis. He became the what's the nigga I just said? He became these evil ass people, and he became so evil that the nigga AJ Harrell fired him from Uptown Records because he was doing too much. He was going to get it. He was Andre Harrell probably thought the jig was up and all this shit was going to get exposed, but that wasn't the case. He just didn't want him around sucking dick no more or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm just adding that in there. But I think they were boyfriends. Yes, definitely was boyfriends. Yes, they was. And this nigga Diddy started Bad Boy with the other nigga. The other nigga, I don't even remember his name off the top of my head right now, but the other nigga that started Bad Boy with him, he got a personal vendetta, and they all got personal vendettas towards P. Diddy. So it's a biased type of watch. It is a biased type of watch, except for that one black girl that was on there non-biased, and she was on Diddy's side, which is the stupidest shit you could have ever did, because now they bashing her all over the internet. I forget the bitch name, but she was in that group. She had the kid. She had the kid, and she cried when she said, see, and this is why I think she was lying, because she cried when she was trying to say, oh no, I don't know anything about what Diddy did to her. You lying. All because you was trying to get your kids back. You've been trying to get your kids back. And I get that. You trying to get your kids, so you gonna save face. But the nigga couldn't even give you the money to help you get your kids. And then when he needed you, he must have fucking reached out to you and said, can you help me? I need you to say something for me. I don't know what happened. He probably paid you the money, and then you all of a sudden on the doc series and you said, I said this shit right here. I don't know. I don't really know. This is all my thinking. This is all my conspiracy thinking. This is all my hypothesis, if you will. Diddler. He beat Cat.